I wonder why Titus's father decided to talk about adult media on that day. Doesn't really matter. I just wonder. I only wish that they would talk about it more. It is absolutely evil. It is evil how easy and accessible it is. And I get it. Protect your children. Of course, protect your children. But the older they get and the smarter they get, the harder it is to protect them. It is so evil how easily accessible it is, how many people are out there preying on children, how many people are using it to manipulate minds. And no matter what age you are, it changes structural changes form in the brain when you use it. It is like a drug. You create dopamine rushes to the same stimuli repeatedly, and you are creating new neural pathways to form. You are changing brains. I can't even speak. You are changing your brain. Imagine what it is doing to your soul and your heart. And I say this with nothing but love, that we are all thrown into this crazy environment. And for the most part, we are products of our environment. And you can't say, no, it's okay. Every man does it. It's okay. It's not healthy. It's not the way we are designed to be. Two people, intimate, you share that together, just two people, the way it's meant to be. You're going to be so much healthier, happier, and better off. There's a reason for that, because it's the way it was designed. And I get it. Not everybody wants a lifelong monogamous relationship, and I'll hold space for you. I don't think all the billions of people are supposed to be exactly the same. I'm talking about people who are on my same path, who want that and are possibly in it already. Adult media is so harmful. And I believe at this point, their ministry should revolve around it. And I can't say for sure how I would feel. I think I'll always feel sick to the pit of my stomach whenever I see him. I don't look at all their videos, but lately I haven't seen any with horses in the thumbnail, at least. That's kind of nice. Maybe he did think maybe I shouldn't be showing, these animals that I possibly allegedly could have abused. But the fact that somebody had to tell him that just says a lot too. Do you feel the same way? Are you absolutely disgusted by him? But if he made his ministry have a mission to help guide kids in a different direction, all people, but especially kids, would you feel like he has redeemed himself a little bit more? Instead of I know he has touched upon it and said he usually says about every sin, sin is bad, you're not supposed to do it, you'll be better if you don't do it. That's it, and I just wish there was more what I just told you, that it changes your brain. It takes away from the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, whether or not you've met them. You need to make decisions before you meet that person to become the kind of person that's going to attract a good person of character. And this is so important. You will be so much better off if you shield yourself from this, if you protect your own energy and keep it for the one person you love and are going to be intimate with, actually, physically. It is an exchange of energy. Even if it's between a screen, it's still energy. It's changing your brain for, how much more proof do you need that it is detrimental? It's not changing your brain in a good way. That there's plenty of men out there that have shared their experiences from before and after they stopped viewing it. And I just think this could be so much more helpful than just, barely skimming upon the surface of what happened to you in your youth. This really isn't to shame anybody. I get it. We are all here together. We're in the same boat. This environment is awful. It might sound super prude to some people. I'm just saying from my experience, my husband and I don't even watch Netflix shows anymore because the gratuitous intimate scenes are too much. I don't like people accessing my own energy, making me feel a certain way. I don't want anybody else to make me feel like that but my husband. And that might sound extreme to some. And keep in mind, I'm 37 years old and this just happened in the last few years. So I'm not saying I think you're 20 years old, you should live your life like me necessarily. But I'm saying you learn that the more you keep that for your partner, the better your intimate life with them is. It is precious. It is sacred. It is meant to be shared with that one person that loves you so much. And it's taking that away from people. And I think that's absolutely evil. At best, that's what's happening at best. At worst, it's taking young minds and warping them to the point where they abuse innocent beings. This, how evil. I just can't think of a better word for it. This is so evil. It's destructive. on a societal level. It's so bad. It's changing brains for the last time. That's the last time I'm going to say it. It is doing who knows what else. And please just do whatever you can to stay away from it. If you need to bring up a video like this, there's plenty more that are way better, that go way more into science. Although a lot of the documentaries on this subject, I think they show a little bit too much adult media in it. It's like, why do you have to show that imagery? You know, like, once again, it's just sex sells. We all know it, right? And they prey on that. It's gotten to the point where it's just like, it it's making us shells of what we once were, and just siphoning so much off of us. And it's not up to me to forgive Titus or not, but knowing what he did with the horses and how he was indecent in front of a child, and we'll talk about how women need to cover up more, but he thought it was okay to get nude in front of a child, allegedly. I'm just saying allegedly to cover my own behind it. These are like facts. He cut his foreskin in front of a child, and I can't help but somehow link that back to adult media, because what do we see depicted of more in adult media? Cut or uncut people. I mean, like, I don't even want to have to make these connections, but it is so harmful. And Titus's dad knows. He knows this absolutely corrupted. He probably has it on his conscience. Like, I feel for him. I really do. And I'm sorry for anybody that's had to suffer the repercussions of a loved one being addicted to adult media. My heart goes out to you.